Hold on. Give me cue. Sorry. All right, go.
Hi, welcome to Calling All Chefs, where this is a live broadcast today, and we're having real conversations amongst real chefs. Mind you, this is not a cooking demo, this is not a competition, this is real conversations amongst chefs. And today we have in the studio Chef Chris and Chef Mike. Chef Mike is executive chef out of 13 Coins, and Chef Chris is he's a chef outside of CPA. All right, welcome, gentlemen.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you.
We good? We good?
All good.
I'm doing gravy.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anything that y'all want to say? Anything you want to get off your chest so we can kind of make this a more of a comfortable environment so we can get these conversations going? How's work going for you, Mike?
It's going good. I got a little bit of time off to come on your show and do this. It's a wonderful experience. My first time on live, so yeah, this is great.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And for you, Mr. Chef Christopher, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. Had a few days off going into the new year. Start back work on Monday, but definitely thankful for this opportunity to be on your
Awesome.
show.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, as I said, this is Calling All Chefs, and we're going to have a very, very candid conversation about real chefs, just talking about what we go through day to day basis as far as kitchen culture, leadership, and overall just getting through the day, of course. But we're going to start off with some very, very intricate questions, and we invite the audience in if you would like to ask any of these chefs questions, please feel free. And we're going to start off with a little random question: Is how Chef Chris, how long you been in the industry and how long you been a chef and what has changed as far as hospitality in your take as your take?
I've been in the industry about 15 years. Started out, culinary school, and then, fine dining was where I got my feet wet. And I definitely think one thing that's noticeable change in the industry is not so much people aren't really looking for experience. They're just looking for bodies in the kitchen, it seems like nowadays.
Awesome. Awesome. All
Yeah.
right, same question to you, Chef Mike.
A little over 20 years. Started out as bottom of the barrel, like most of us did, and worked my way all the way up to where I'm at now, and just one of those hard knock type chefs that just learn through experience on the job.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if we look into the industry in the future, what you think that could basically what can the youth look forward to in the future as far as being chefs coming up that's new and bright, that's eager to come into this industry? Chef Chris?
Just the advancements in AI and just technology, period, I feel like is definitely something for people who are just getting into this industry to look forward to and to have at their kind of advantage.
Oh, same. Oh, that's cool. Same question to you, Chef Mike.
Oh, the technologies are getting better. The food's coming out and looking way better than it has before. People with new ideas are coming in here, just reshaping the food and the way it's looking. It's the food looking beautiful these days, a lot more than it was 10 years ago. So
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, as a chef myself, I just feel like a lot of the industry is right now is lacking overall talent, if that makes sense. The people that actually want to do the job and actually have a passion for it. Um, as chefs, do you really think that the dynamic has changed and the pressure is more pressure now than it was when we started culinary school?
Definitely, I feel like now that there's so many so many restaurant opportunities and food service opportunities out that you really have to stand out and be unique in today's economy.
I think
Okay.
one of the hardest parts is finding true talent. We just sometimes ghost hire a lot of these people with these resumes that we see every day, and you won't ever really know until they're good until weeks into it when it's already too late. And so
Awesome.
finding
Awesome.
finding talent, finding talent's tough.
Okay. Okay. Well, we are open to questions from the audience. If you have any questions that you would like to chime in and ask any of us chefs, please feel free to chime in. Okay. Well, as far as me is concerned, I've been a chef for I could say since 2000. I graduated from culinary school, and I think the challenges for me when I was growing up, when I was came out to be a chef, I was a line chef. I didn't come out of culinary school learning the craft. I went into being line cook, short order cook, prep cook, all these different kind of positions. So, what would you say? Culinary school, is that a risk or is it needed? Chef Chris, what would you think?
Um, I think when I went, it was definitely needed, but nowadays it's more so important that you get training on the job because any chef you get under, any restaurant you get into, they're going to teach you to do things the way that they would like things to be done. So it's good to have some experience, but nowadays, if you just get yourself into a good kitchen under good leadership, I think you're good to go.
Okay, Chef. Same question to you, Chef Mike.
I think culinary school is great for those who want to strive a little further than line cooking. People that want to like make it a career definitely go through culinary school. You know, you see a lot more chefs coming out of culinary schools than cooks coming into it. So
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, if you could basically scale yourself as a chef, what would it be from 10 to being, hey, I'm the shit, excuse my language, or five being, okay, I need improvement to one, I don't have it anymore. What would you rate yourself?
I would say that I'm an entertainer chef. I entertain while I cook, and the guests see everything I do. And so I think more of my strengths are upfront, personal with the guests. They get to see all the tricks that I do and the fire that I throw, and I think I'm more. That's my strength, but my weakness could be sometimes the paperwork, learning the aspects of everything else. That could be. I'd say that's my goal to learn.
Yeah, that's exceptional right there. Good answer, good answer. And for you,
Thank
Chef
you.
Chris?
I definitely would say my kind of strength is my presentation, my execution, my willing to get in there and get the job done. But one area I definitely need to improve on or could work on is kind of, as Mike was saying, is the paperwork, the behind the scenes type of situations that go on with being an executive chef. That's not really my forte, but definitely something I'm looking to improve on in 2026.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, do we have any audience, any audience members want to chime in and ask us any questions? Please feel free. We are live.
Can I make a comment or say something about Mike? You were saying how you're an entertainment chef. I've been on a line where it's right there in front of the guest, and that definitely takes a certain type of skill and talent because I hated it. I could not do it. Um, I'm more so behind the scenes catering type, but hats off to the chefs that can put on a show and still get their job done at the same time. It's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that. It's a whole nother level of being on your best behavior.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right. Well, all right. We do we have any audience questions? We will feel please feel free to chime in. We're just gonna have a conversation amongst everybody that have questions. We're eager to answer any question that you have. So come on, we ready.
How you? I also wanted to say how. That was a question to say how
By
you
luck,
been.
mostly.
Yeah.
By luck.
So
Getting into the restaurant that I'm in now it took a long time to get into. Many interviews, and I was very young. I was 19 when I started this, and I was so nervous when I came out there, and I saw everyone just looking at me. It's like a whole nother weight, like added to you besides the ticket machine. And it's not something that you really can just prepare yourself for. And even now, after all these years of me doing it, I still there's just some days where I just feel like that's a real heavy part on my job. It's like being a zoo animal almost. But when you're out there and you're doing terrific, you're doing good, food's coming out great, you feel like $1 million. It's just when you mess up though, that's when that's when the ball drops. So you want to try to avoid that as much as possible.
Mm, that's cool. That's cool. That's a good question. That's a very good question. What do you think is lacking as far in the culinary field right now? Are we do we have the opportunity to make it better, or is it just always an evolving wheel, if that makes sense?
I think that honestly, if we start throwing a couple extra dollars at some of these guys with true talent, you know, maybe we can get some, you know, true talent's not going to come, you know, on a bottom dollar. I think maybe the industry would give out a little bit more to find, you know, the right people for the right staff for the right job. I think that would be a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. Same question to you, Chris.
I think a little bit of both. Definitely, paying people what they deserve would definitely help tremendously. But also, I feel like getting qualified people in positions. I think, unfortunately, now in the industry, we have a lot of people hiring just to have bodies in there, just to have people working. But it's to me, it's more important to have qualified or you know people with experience rather than just somebody in there to do a job.
Yeah, absolutely. As far as the hiring process, I mean, everybody fills out the application when they try to work for an establishment, especially in culinary. What should be questions that we should ask as far as the interview process as chefs inside to just regular? Hey, do you have experience? What's some questions that you would like to be on the job application?
I would like to know how long they were working at each establishment that they were working at. I try to, when I hire people, I try to avoid the ones that just have a year here or a year there. I want to see people with like 4 years here, 3 years, you know, longevity, because in this company, you know, a lot of us have been in here for 20 some years. And so, you know, a couple of years here and there just doesn't show me much.
Right, right. I agree with that. And I think another question should be as far as the vetting process. Some of these chefs is, um, do you are is it a habitual habit for you to have everything that you want, or do you just what's the word I'm looking for? This is just a job for you because I think a lot of chefs sometimes we get in the habit of picking potential, but like Chris said, we have to, we just have bodies. Sometimes we hire, and I just think that some chefs create habitual habits within themselves, and
Yep.
they're just used to one type of cuisine or one type of they just used to certain things. So when you're coming out of culinary school, personally, I don't think you you use those tools or those skills when you're coming right out because a lot of employers don't really want to hire people straight out of culinary school, if that makes sense.
Me and you kind of had a running joke that show them a picture of a sandy bucket and a rag and be like, what do you do with this? Show them a picture of
Right.
a knife, and how do you use this properly? Start
Right.
a lifetime steps to
I
basic.
mean, that's as simple as it gets, don't you think? I mean, really, honestly. I mean, you have to, it's just some things, it's just apples and oranges. And,
Yeah,
a lot of people really don't really get that. You know what I mean? But
it's the basic things, but
all right. Well, any,
Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
all right. Any more questions that we have in this, or in anybody want to ask any more questions as far as to the chefs that are on right now?
What's the most memorable way you ever find somebody?
Okay. What is the,
That's a both of them.
what is one of the things that will it's like end all be all for you as far as being in the culinary field? I mean, if you hire somebody, what will get them immediately terminated as far as as far as you as their chef? Makes sense. Yep. Yeah. Go ahead, Chef
Respect
Chris.
is kind of number one thing. I feel like in this industry, especially when you're running a kitchen and you're leading people, if the people under you or the people you are leading don't respect you, then that's immediate, you know, friction right there. That you unneeded friction that can easily be corrected.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, Chef Mike will be back shortly. He went on a little hiatus. Just stay tuned to him. But if you anybody have any more questions for any of us chefs, including me, I'm not exempt from this, so ask me anything you want. So let's just get very candid and very, very real on this very much live broadcast. So let's go.
Can you hear him?
No.
He said, "Can y'all talk about what it's like to be a chef during since COVID?"
Oh, that's a good question. Oh,
Biggest
ooh,
since
the,
COVID.
the, the, the constant of washing hands,
Yes,
the the mask, and a lot of us chefs got furloughed because of this unfortunate event back in 2020. A lot of us chefs got furloughed, and some of us was about 6 to 7 months in not having employment because of the strict guidelines, and a lot of us just wasn't willing to, you know, work under that type of pressure and have a mask on restricting our movement and stuff like that. So it was kind of difficult back then, if I can say so, for me.
it
What
was.
about you, Chef Chris?
It was definitely difficult. I will say that during that time, I was blessed to be working for a catering company that, for the entire, period, we would cook food on the daily and take it up to the hospitals. And so it was something that definitely kept us busy, kept money in our pockets, and was also a way to give back. But like you're saying, it was definitely a kind of learning situation to learn to cook with the mask on. As you know, it gets hot in kitchens, and cooking with that mask on was tedious, but it was definitely something that was important and needed during that time period.
All right, Michael's back on, so get ready for him.
Hey, Chef Mike, welcome back. How are you?
Again, repeat the question to him.
All right, Chef Mike. Me and Chef Chris was just discussing how was it being a chef
Oh,
back.
you dropped out again.
Okay.
So let's say everyone we got a bad connection issue with Michael. Let's
I'm
try to
sorry,
fix it.
everybody. We're having a small bad connection with Chef Mike right now, but yeah, it was very difficult back in 2020. I was working at T-Mobile Park around that time, and I was a chef over there. Shout out to Chef Jeremy, Rain City
Yeah,
Catering. I think that's where we kind of met and became friends and stuff like that. And I think the environment back then was a lot than we could handle. I think we were scared. A lot of us was like, what's going to happen, and didn't know, a lot of uncertainty. But we made it through, and God is good
yeah, came out better on the other side.
at that part, that part, that part. So I think I encourage all you guys, if you have a little bit of time sometimes, and just ask yourself, it's like why you do what you do, and 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be always the answer you want, but because we are providers or we're leaders and people depend on us, or we have families to feed, sometimes it's necessary to just step back and just say, hey, this is what I do. I'm going to do it as full as it's my ability, and go from there, because tomorrow is not promised, of course, but we want to take our care of ourselves as chefs, and just because I have a bad habit of not taking breaks. I think that's my issue. And I will work through the whole 8 hour shift without a break. I won't sit down. I just keep going, and I will just keep going and moving. And I think that's probably one of my weaknesses, is just being able to just stop for a second. And I think as chefs, we kind of got to do that. What you think, Chef Chris?
I wholeheartedly agree. I feel the same. I was wondering. I was going to ask you though. How do you feel about coming from the whole COVID situation and transitioning to where we are now in the culinary industry? What do you feel has changed, or have you learned through that transition of the whole masking up in the kitchen, you know, safe distance apart?
Right, right. I mean, what was what if you can relive back 2020, how far I think we would all be if things wasn't evident as far as that's concerned back then. It's just how far we would have probably, all of us as chefs probably would have been in our careers, and a lot of us was just became kind of had to rethink everything and had to start over, and
Yeah,
where we going to begin after 2020, and because there's so many different restrictions that was thrown at us. We can't do this, we can't do that, we got to be vaccinated, got to be boosted, got to be all these things. How do you navigate with that and so much pressure just to put out a quality meal. How does one do that if you have so much pressure on you?
It was definitely kind of a on the job training when it came to that. It was just something that you had to learn as you went. There was no kind of pre training or anything that prepared anybody for that. That was something totally unexpected and out of the ordinary that I definitely think in the long run brought the best out of um, most of us, a lot of us.
Right. Absolutely. Good, 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 good. I'm ready for more questions. If anybody have any questions to ask me and Chef Chris, please be feel free to type it in the, and we will answer any question that you have. So, mhm. No,
Mhm.
I can't hear William.
You say, okay, repeat that.
If you guys have any questions to ask Chef Didi or Chef Chris, please feel free to chime in at any
Um,
time and just ask any question you like.
I have a question. What's next for you, Chef D? What is your 2026 goals and aspirations?
Um, Me and you have had this conversation before, and I think in a lot of ways, you really don't want to know what the left hand and the, however that goes. You don't want to know what the right hand with the left hand, however that goes.
Right,
But I
right.
think one of my goals is to transition and to move forward and remember who I am, of course, and just be me in this journey. Because
What does
my birthday
transitioning?
coming up, I mean, on the 20th. Um, Yeah, it's just through God's grace, everything that I want to do will be, it's already written. If it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be. But
What does transitioning and moving forward for you look like? What is that?
um trying to move away from the position that I am in right now and just trying to take care of my family and of course be be Dee Dee, be who she is and stuff like that. And I have a lot of different things that's going on outside the arena. And yeah, it's gonna be dope. I can't really speak on it.
You are
So
one person that I will say always stays busy in a good way. You always have, if not two or three things going at once. I mean, you just like to have your hands in many different pots in a good way. So, hats off to you, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else you come up with this 2026 year.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Chef Mike. Welcome back.
he can't hear.
Okay. Well, again,
Chef Mike have a difficult.
all right. Well, Mike is still having technical issues, and we're gonna work that out on that end. And again, I'm open to any questions that you have, and let's get it. Let's have a conversation. Ask me anything that you want. So,
We got somebody up.
what's up?
You see,
Hi, Ralph. How you doing, brother?
Think so.
Huh?
uh,
Is this the mutual Ralph we both know?
Yes.
What's going on, Ralph?
so that was a comment, Facebook comment.
Okay. What's up? How you doing? We okay. How you been? And what you? I know you working, so
So
y'all better be tuning in at AKA Hop House. You know. So how's everything over there? Is it busy or is it just kind of slow? What's going on over there? Oh, okay. Hi, 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 hi.
to make social engagement.
All
Talk,
right.
talk. Give a little stuff about Ralph.
Well, Ralph is he's a chef at Hop House, and he just transitioned over there not too long ago, and he's doing big things over there. In the summer, he made this strawberry. It was a strawberry something, honey. It was bomb, but it was hot. I couldn't even do it, but it was so good. This man has a knack for spicy things, and he made some phenomenal hot sauce. He got this stuff called toxic ginger. Baby, I can't even do it. I don't think he understands the level of spice that's in some of his hot sauces. It ain't hot no more, but it's just hot enough, I guess. But it's hot. But yeah. But shout out to you, brother.
And he could also had a full house, as Ralph said.
Oh, you had a full house at Hop House today?
With the game going on, I could see that. I could see why.
You see, he leave comments, a Facebook comment on there.
Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, keep bring people in. Let's have a conversation. Cause man, this is my hey. I want to keep this going. It's got to continue. It's gonna be.
He sent him a link too. If you had a link to tell him to it.
You want the? I mean, we could put you in if you want to, but maybe next time. But I like the vibe between me, Chris, and Mike right now. Okay. Do you want to come in and you want to have a conversation? Ralph,
He sent a link.
he'll send you a link.
Yeah.
He will send you a link, honey. But back to us, chefs. What's going on in your world? Same question to you, Chef Chris. What's your goals and aspirations?
Definitely in this 2026 year, I'm looking to branch out and do more things on my own. Uh, COVID came and I kind of stopped my catering company that I was doing and started doing a little baking on the side. But I think in 2026, I'm going to pick back up my baking and see where that goes, see where that takes me.
Wow.
Yeah, because you make some
Talking
bomb
about some
cakes.
Marvel
I
Johnson.
know. Except last year, be quiet.
We got
Um,
a comment from Marvel Johnson.
Jokes.
Love it.
who?
Marvel Johnson said, "Love it."
Hi, Margot. How you doing, baby? Shout out. Oh, I gotta come by your food truck, baby. I heard, baby. What y'all doing over there? Hold on, let me find out. What? Shh, I'm coming over there. I heard about the dirty rice and oh Lord have mercy. I don't need to be. I need to be unbig backed. Okay, I can't keep doing this. Okay, I can't keep doing this. Any more questions anybody want to ask me? I'm here, me and Chef Chris. So let's get in. Let's have some fun. No, yeah. Let's ask me some questions. So answer the question, Chef Chris. What's your goals and aspirations, brother? Like you asked me.
Just like I said, taking my baking to the next level, trying to see what maybe stores I can get into, what kind of regular clientele I can build up to get my personal business, my entrepreneurial, back to where it was pre-COVID.
Nice, nice. So what I mean, what would you think your style of being a chef? You more savory or more sweet?
I think a good chef has a balance of it all. I definitely, I definitely love doing savory dishes, but definitely have a hand for baking as well. The finer details it takes in working with fondant and stuff like that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Well, he makes some bomb cakes. I have pictures of those if y'all want to DM me and y'all can show you. He got some. He makes really, really good cakes. But if you need a cake for birthday, I'm sure he's available. Bar mitzvah, whatever. He make you your cake,
Always,
right?
always available. Yes.
Right.
Tell him that Michael's not able to come back, but he shows some love.
Okay. All right. Well, Michael won't be returning to us today, and he was in the middle of service, of course, but he will be back when it comes to season 2 and 3 and moving on. He will definitely be back. And I want to thank everybody that gave us a shout out. And if you have any more questions, I am here. Let me know. And if you want to be involved as far as into chef, calling all chefs, just DM me and call on me personally. And we can have a conversation. You could be a part of the show and all kinds of things can happen. This is our first go run. I think it's gonna be an awesome run. What y'all think?
I definitely know it's going to be an awesome run. Uh, for this being the first broadcast, I think you're doing phenomenal, and it's only up from here. So, hats
Right.
off to you, kudos to you for having the vision to do this and the passion and the drive to actually make this happen. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing where this
I can.
blossoms to.
All right. All right. Well, we are, well, let me tell you something. Thank you for all of you guys that tuned in today. And I'm just going to be straightforward with you. This industry is always going to be what it's going to be, an industry that we going to always thrive in. We going to always make money. We're going to always do what it needs to do to survive. Of course, if it's a passion of yours, please go forth and do the best you can. But please remember, to take care of yourself in everything you do. Because remember, it's not just a job, it's a passion. So you have to have the tenacity to keep moving forward. Don't let these jobs burn you out. So we're gonna make a promise to ourselves, right? Right. So again, thank you for tuning in to Calling All Chefs, and I bid you farewell. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.